And we are live. Welcome into the Arena Multiplatform Gaming News Podcast morning show for Wednesday, February 2nd, 2022, 2222. And happy Groundhog Day to all of you out there in the U.S. and Canada. Groundhog Day. Yes, I love that movie, Burley.
I haven't seen that movie in years.
Oh, yeah, but yeah, it's a great film with Bill Murray. Groundhog Day. So anyway, I'm your host, Expat, along with my co-host, Burley of Burleman Gaming on Twitch. So good morning, Burley. How you doing this morning?
Doing good. Got a good, nice little walk. It's 2 degrees outside. It hasn't been this warm, and I don't know how long. It's been a while. But we're supposed to, like, tonight, early tomorrow, we're supposed to get a giant storm.
Mm-hmm.
This is the most winter we've had in my area of Canada in a long time. Like, we're like at a normal Canadian winter.
Yeah.
It's like global warming has kind of subsided that, but this year it's like this is real winter. Get used to it.
Yeah, today here in the Tokyo area, it got up to 8 degrees. In the afternoon, and it's supposed to be like 0 or -1 tonight. Yeah,
so
not so bad.
So bikini weather
for you, maybe.
I can just imagine it just out there like really short shorts, no shirt on, and people just be like, nah.
Really, I don't think you should do that if you come out here, man. You'll be arrested right on the spot.
Come on, the Yakuza are running every 20 feet from Judgment I played.
Yeah. Shout out to Welshikita. She's in the chat. So good morning to you. So yeah, we have some stories here. Of course, tomorrow is going to be the state of play. We're going to be covering that when it comes out. It's actually going to be dropping, I think, Burley, around 5 p.m. your time tonight.
Yeah, right around the time I stream, and normally I stream these state of plays. But because they said Gran Turismo 7 is going to be
the bulk of it, if not all of it.
If we're going by like the Ratchet and some of the other ones, I'm gonna get 10 minutes of other shit. Like if that 10 minutes of other stuff, you're gonna get they gotta be dumb if they don't show Horizon. You have to show Horizon. And then just small other little things. And then Gran Turismo, it's like, I don't care to see Gran Turismo.
Okay, Burley, don't keep your hopes up, though, please. Don't keep your hopes up. Yeah,
that's why I'm not covering it. This is where I'm going to cover it. Like the Ratchet and Clank one, I wanted to see because I wanted to see more of Rift Apart, and I'm glad I did. I know people in my audience didn't like it, but And then Key says, "Good morning / afternoon, guys. I'm ill, so I'm popping in." Okay, well, I do hope you feel better, sweetie.
Yeah. Okay, so in this episode of the morning show, this is episode 23 of the morning show. Actually, we're going to be talking about Supermassive Games. Burley, of course, they are well known for the Dark Pictures anthology horror game series. Apparently, it looks like there's more to come. We're going to be getting to that. A new game from the Shovel Knight developers. We're going to be talking about that as well. And then, of course, EA and Battlefield 2042. Not good. It doesn't look good for them. We'll talk about that. And then, of course, we'll wrap things up with the Xbox Game Pass games that have been announced so far for the month of February, along with our topic of the show for this coming weekend on the Arena Multiplatform Gaming News Podcast. We will show you that as well. So, Burley, it's time for the coffee cup, man. Let's get the coffee brewing, and let's get to the first story right after this. Alrighty, so Supermassive Games. Supermassive seems to have at least 6 more Dark Pictures anthology games planned. So yeah, I'm a fan of this series. I've played Man of Medan, and I've also played Little Hope. I still have not played House of Ashes yet, but I'm going to be getting to that at some point in the near future. And of course, another one is on the way soon as well, called The Devil in Me. Should be coming out later on this year. So anyway, this is from IGN and Ryan Dimsdale, I should say. So Supermassive Games seemingly has plans to release at least 6 more Dark Pictures anthology games on top of its upcoming The Devil in Me. The developer has trademarked 6 further titles in the franchise, with the European Union Intellectual Property Office, as spotted by @the_marmalade on Twitter. The 6 games trademarked, all under the Dark Pictures Anthology brand, are called Switchback, Directive 8020, The Craven Man, Intercession, Winterfold, and Oh Death. So I will scroll down, or actually I'll scroll this down.
Very creative names they've got.
Yeah, so here is, Directive 8020, from what it shows here, and you can see like the skull face with the moon. So you got to figure, Burley, that they're going to the moon in this particular episode, probably. So the next one is Intercession. So
cross. So
religion or sword, maybe. Yeah.
Templars. Is this the Kenway game we're finally been getting?
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'll buy it.
Yeah. Then next up, Oh Death. Yeah. So
the playing cards. And
the playing cards, kind of like tarot cards or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, Switchback. So kind of like a metallic type of like the bolts. So maybe it's
kind of like the old bolts, or like the light, those lights on the carnival.
Oh yeah. Like on the eye here. Yeah, that's that's interesting. So maybe it's kind of like a carnival type of setting or something like that. Who knows? But yeah. And then the Craven Man. So this kind of looks like I'm trying to remember the Blair Witch. Almost. Yeah. Kind of like the Blair Witch. Not particularly similar, but yeah, it kind of has the sense of it from like this kind of like a stick figure type of thing here. So the Craven Man. Who knows? But so who knows when these are coming. And then Winterfold, that's the last one. Winterfold. So probably in the winter season, we'll be getting this one, most likely. So let me go on and read a little bit more of these. Supermassive Games has already released 3 games in the series, Man of Medan, Little Hope, and House of Ashes, and has confirmed a 4th is on the way. The upcoming game, The Devil in Me, was announced by the studio in October, when House of Ashes came out, of course, and revealed to be a Season 1 finale for the series. Ahead of the franchise's first release, Man of Medan in 2019, Supermassive Games said the Dark Picture anthology would span 8 games with a release schedule of 2 per year. Okay. If all the trademark games are released, however, that would bring the total up to 10 games, 2 more than the developer initially planned. There's no guarantee that Supermassive Games will develop all of the trademark titles into full games, but it's likely some of them will be in the initially planned 8-game release schedule. So, what do you think of this, Burley? The Dark Pictures anthology is pretty cool. I mean, these types of games are, you kind of like Until Dawn, right? It's very similar, but very, very short in scope. You can probably beat these games in like 5 to 6 hours. And basically, you have to make decisions which affect the game and affect the characters around you within the game. So, what do you think, man? It looks like Supermassive Games is really busy.
Oh yeah, they're very busy. We got a few things in the chat. I wonder why they haven't done a horror game on The Shining, trying to solve stuff while not being killed. Because if you don't get like Jack Nicholson's model, Kita, people won't buy it.
Yeah.
Because if anybody thinks of The Shining, you're thinking Jack Nicholson and the little kid that's
yeah. Yeah.
No,
Well,
and
the main character from Little Hope, he kind of reminds you of Jack Nicholson a little bit.
yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
his facial features, but anyway, yeah. And
And then
he's also the main character in Jedi Fallen Order too. So
okay.
yeah.
And then we got Z saying hi.
Hey Z,
Z.
hey, how you doing, man? Yeah, Nightbot
Yes.
shouldn't bother you tonight, man. So
Yeah, should.
yeah.
Keyword should.
Yeah.
So this I'm interested on this. Like,
Yeah.
These I want to try these games. I just haven't had the time, and I eventually maybe these when it comes to October this year, I may pick up a few of these and we just stream them because they are short games. So I know within a session or two, or I do a long Sunday night, long streams on Sundays, I could probably finish a game in a stream. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
definitely.
like they said, just because they make all these trademarks doesn't mean they're going to develop everything.
Right.
Because there's so many game companies that make these trademarks just to have them.
Yeah, but I think Supermassive will do these games, though. I mean, they have time and they can just bring them out whenever they want. Basically, it looks like their development cycle is 2 per year. So, I mean, throughout this remaining, console generation, I'm sure we'll probably get all of these at some point. So, yeah. Z says in the chat, I still got mod checked because I called you both a naughty word. Ha ha.
Oh, that's your own fault.
Yep.
Don't call us naughty words.
Yep.
You gotta be nice here, Z.
Yeah. And of course, Burley is my mod in the Twitch chat, so he'll mod you there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, I think what I'm showing here, Directive 8020, I think that's the one that I want to play the most. Like Dark Pictures in Space. Most likely that's what it's going to be. But
yeah. Yeah. This one has. They all have little elements that interest me.
Yeah.
So just wait and see. And it does show you don't always need to make a giant game. Like for these, they want to make small, quick, shorter experience games.
Right.
I'm all for that. Like,
yeah,
some games they're too bloated and long. Right. So you give me a good short experience, but you're keeping these in an anthology series and tying stuff in from other games. Can't wait to see how it is. I hope all 8 games they come out and they're great.
Yeah. And like I said, I think they'll spread them out. I think 2 a year is the best. One for the Halloween season when everybody's playing horror games, and then maybe one in the summertime. I think
when movie studios started releasing horror movies in August.
Right. All right, so it's time to get to our next story. So this one's interesting, Burley. The Shovel Knight developers, they're coming out with their first game since Shovel Knight, basically. So we're going to get to that, but first, of course, get out that remote, Burley, and it's time to fly the drone, my friend. Okay, so we will be back, everyone, right after this brief drone flight from Burley. So stay tuned.
Drone prepared.
All right, and we're back. So, the Shovel Knight developer announces a brand new game, Mina the Hollower. So this is from IGN and Ryan Dimsdale again. So the developer of Shovel Knight has announced a brand new game called Mina the Hollower, a top-down action adventure in a Game Boy Color style. So Burley, right up your alley, right? The Game Boy.
Yeah, Game Boy Color. Before we start going down, but like this screenshot of this reminds me, and I hate to say this because this mentions a company I don't exactly like. Reminds me of the Legend of Zelda Legends games, the Oracle games.
Yeah.
That were done by Capcom on the Game Boy Color. The art, the aesthetics of this and the art reminds me very close to it. So it's kind of cool.
Yep.
They're doing something like
So before I'm going to show a lot of these screenshots here, but before I do that, I'm going to read a little bit more of the information on this. At its Yacht Club Games Presents event, the developer launched a Kickstarter campaign to help fund the new project, promising, quote, a bone-chilling action adventure, end quote, with an 8-bit aesthetic redefined for the modern era. The studio's release of Shovel Knight in 2014 hurtled it into mainstream success and spawned several spin-offs, but it hasn't revealed a new franchise until today. Yacht Club has published non-Shovel Knight games, but never developed one itself. So anyway, let's take a look at some of these, Burley, and then you can comment on these, these frames here as I go through them. Yeah. So very 8-bit style here.
Oh yeah. But the color just pops.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree it just pops and just.
Yeah. Some type of monster there. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Yeah. And I guess this must be the main character here, Mina the Hollower. So we can go on here. Yeah, looks like a boss battle here. Interesting boss battle.
Look at that. Even though this is 8-bit, look at the detail in this.
Yeah.
Just like the tongue, you got stuff you can tell in the tongue and all that.
Looks like bubble bombs or something like that. Spit bombs or something.
Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah. And let's keep moving on here. So another area like a pumpkin patch area outside maybe. Yeah.
Pumpkin patch
near the castle.
Yeah. Near a graveyard. Who knows?
Yeah. Near's a train here. Looks like out in the middle of the winter forest.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Your trinkets.
Yep. All these trinkets. Yep. Interesting. Yeah.
You got a spider as a trinket.
Yeah.
Because when you think trinket, spider immediately comes to mind.
Right. Yeah. So it looks pretty interesting. Yeah. For an 8-bit game. Yeah.
Oh, and can you go back to the one screen? The last.
Go back to the one screen. Yeah. This one here. Yeah.
Yeah. And what's your currency? Bones.
Yeah. There you go. Interesting.
I'm sorry, we gotta go for that.
Yeah.
That needs
increases the damage output of your main attack. So yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna upgrade. You're gonna get money. So you're gonna want to grind money, upgrade your stats.
Right.
Okay.
So keep going here.
Yeah.
Lots of bones. That's for sure. Yeah.
Looks Earthbound like.
Yeah.
In what ways, like aesthetic wise, maybe.
Coach driver. So like the stagecoach, coach driver. What's a Hollower like you even trying to save this island for? It's hopeless, Mina. Interesting.
Earthbound time X old school Legend of Zelda mashup aesthetic.
Yeah.
Oh, the Legend of Zelda, like the Oracle game, the Oracle games. This screams the Oracle games to me.
Yeah, let me read a little bit more of the description here. Mina the Hollower will, like Shovel Knight before it, combine classic and modern styles and will feature 60 frames per second combat in a world of mystery and horror. Yacht Club Games director and designer Alec Faulkner said the studio was returning to Kickstarter to recreate the feeling of Shovel Knight's development, which was also funded through the crowdfunding service. Quote, "We want your feedback, collaboration, and support in making Mina the Hollower the best game it can possibly be," end quote, he said. Quote, "That's why we're returning to our roots and kicking off Mina the Hollower's development as a Kickstarter campaign." Quote, "Though we're financing a majority of this project ourselves, we hope we can create a more expansive game this way. More importantly, we want to build a community around Kickstarter, much like we did with Shovel Knight," end quote. And it goes on to say, Yacht Club Games did not mention a release window for Mina the Hollower, but Shovel Knight launched 14 months after its Kickstarter campaign ended. After accruing over 300,000 in 1 month, PC via Steam was the only platform this game has been confirmed for, but Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox platforms were all mentioned as possible destinations for Mina the Hollower. So, yeah. Interesting, yeah.
So since it's a content war now, it's heavily been a content war, and they are a small company, but they are a yacht club.
Yeah,
that has games. the Sony or Microsoft swoop in and try and buy these guys, because Shovel Knight did gangbusters.
Oh yeah,
That game sold well.
yeah.
They may be a small company, but having something like this, and like, you know how PlayStation is with indies, the Sony's, because Sony could buy these guys cheap.
Oh yeah,
Probably it'd be less than what, like 10 million, less than 10 million, I would think.
Maybe.
I would buy these guys up, because you get stuff like this, just exclusivity. These kind of stuff on your PlayStation brand, throw it on Steam.
Yeah.
Like, trust me, I would love it to be multi-platform on all platforms, but let's be honest, if big companies are going to go for this stuff, they're going to try and lock it down.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so it looks pretty interesting from the developers of Shovel Knight, Mina the Hollowar. So yeah, we'll be looking forward to this. Who knows? Maybe next year, whenever the Kickstarter ends, we shall see. But yeah, we got our first look at it, so it looks pretty interesting. So, all right, Burley, it's time to get on to our next story, and Battlefield 2042.
Yeah.
We shall get to that, everybody, right after this. So stay tuned.
Touchscreen activated.
Okay, so Z and
we'll do Z's little thing. Shovel Knight. Why didn't you say to remind me of? We did at the beginning of the story. Expat said Shovel Knight developer.
Right.
But
right.
For those that can't see, because I don't only Expat can see it, I know he's getting a little chuckle. But every time the touchpad one goes up, the touch screen thing, because in the backstage, I'm doing the because it says you're in backstage, Merlin. I'm doing the stupid animation myself. I'm like, why the hell am I doing this? No one sees me.
You're just doing it for your own exercise, Burley. Come on, be honest. Yeah. All right.
Yes.
So doesn't look like Battlefield 2042 is done very well. So this is from Windows Central and Samuel Tolbert. EA says Battlefield 2042 did not meet expectations. Yeah. So, during its Q3 2022 earnings call, publisher EA confirmed that Battlefield 2042 did not meet expectations, though the company declined to give details on how many players the game saw or how many copies were sold. This came shortly after the news that Season 1 of Battlefield 2042 is being delayed to sometime early in summer 2022.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
EA also noted that while Battlefield 2042 sales were disappointing, end quote, it was offset by the success of other games such as Madden NFL 2022 and FIFA 22. EA reported net bookings of $7.25 billion overall, up 22% year over year from EA's Q2 2021 results. Growth in the ongoing battle royale shooter Apex Legends was also noted, with monthly active player count up more than 30% year over year. Despite previously expressing interest in NFTs and blockchain technology, EA stated that these concepts are not something the company is, quote, driving on, end quote, and will evaluate as time goes on. Looking ahead, EA is putting more resources behind the Battlefield franchise, with additional content being developed by Ripple Effect and a new Seattle-based team, while Respawn Entertainment founder Vince Zampella is overseeing the Battlefield series as a whole. So, what do you think, Burley? Yeah. I mean, I just think it's like every year it seems Battlefield, every iteration of Battlefield that's come out for the past 2 or 3 cycles just has not done as well as, the previous ones. So what do you think?
Yeah, it hasn't. Like Battlefield 1, I picked that up on sale for like $8 a few years back, and that was with all the DLC and everything. That was good. I had my fun. But like, I don't buy I buy one Battlefield game every like 4 of them. Like I bet,
Yeah.
like I bought Bad Company 2 was the last one before
Oh,
Battlefield
really?
1.
Yeah.
I like the Bad Company series. That was really good, and I kind of wish they would do another. But at the state DICE is in and everything,
Yeah.
no, just let that series be dead.
I think the
But,
last
like,
Battlefield I actually bought was Battlefield 4. So yeah.
This series has gone down. Like the series has gone downhill. This
Mhm.
they got rid of single player. They chased multiplayer only. Fine,
Right.
I can understand it. I like the single player, but I can understand it. But if you're gonna do that, you
Mhm.
need to make sure your multiplayer is tight. And this
Yeah.
game has been dropping. Players have been dropping.
Yeah.
Players have been dropping.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Peace. Peace came in. Hi, Peace.
Hey,
I got
Peace,
Battlefield
hey.
one
Welcome in.
and took it back the next week. Fair enough. Like
Really?
I get it.
Yeah.
It's not for everyone.
Wow.
Like
Yeah.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
But they have made so many mistakes with this game. They did not do well. The beta that they did that like a month before the game came out, people were noting problems. Our current problem, and like they're still trying to figure out, is if you have like RGB gaming keyboards and mics, because the RGB stuff in the driver, some people are getting banned because the anti-cheat software. It doesn't have, and doesn't happen on Warzone, doesn't happen on Fortnite, Apex, or the other stuff.
Right.
Only on Battlefield. And like they shut down a lot of the whole help forums lately. Some of them because people were just putting in stuff and trying to get support, and EA and DICE were tired of looking at it.
Do you? I mean, obviously, Apex is doing really, really well. I mean, do you think they should just get to a point where you think they would scrap Battlefield and just move everybody over and work more on Apex?
No. Well, because here's the thing: Apex is done by a different studio.
Right.
Yes. So they always want your Battlefield sells. This game did sell.
Yeah.
It's the problem is less people are putting into it, less people are buying cosmetics and all the other crap, right?
Yeah.
So that's the stuff they're wanting in the player place, and the reviews for this are horrible.
Well, with this news, do you think there's a strong possibility now that this will come to Game Pass?
Probably this game will go to Game Pass in 6 months.
How about earlier than that now though?
Oh, I'm just saying within 6 months. It could come quite quicker, just to help its lifestyle on Xbox and hopefully PC Game Pass for PC players that want to play this.
Right.
Don't spend your hard-earned money like to buy this game.
Yeah.
Just if it's on Game Pass, try it out if you want to try it. But like this game is not in a good state. Yeah. And you know what? They did a lot of stupid decisions with this, and it backfired.
Yeah.
I want to say I hope they'll learn, but the problem is the way EA has been going and doing with things. Like Battlefield 5 was a mess. I heard when that came out.
Yeah.
So they're not learning.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of people playing like Battlefield 4 and Battlefield
1.
1. Yeah. 1.
People are still playing.
There's still a lot of people playing on those. And it's like, if you want your Battlefield, play the older games, you can get them cheap. You can get them cheap.
Definitely.
And stick with those because
they're
Battlefield 2042, it's going to take way too much money and effort for them to put the real work into, I think. So I think DICE they're just going to hammer DICE right now and be like, okay, we need another Battlefield.
And of course, we came out with that other news, about the Star Wars games that they're going to be working on now too. So, that might, take more resources away from Battlefield. Who knows? I don't know, but we shall see. Okay, Burley, let's get to our last story tonight, and it's about Game Pass. So the Game Pass games that have been confirmed so far for February, we're going to get to that right after this. So stay tuned. Okay, so these are the Game Pass games lineup for February that we know of so far.
Yep.
I'm just gonna read some of the games. I'm not gonna go through all of the descriptions or anything, but Burley and I were just gonna talk about the one or two games on this list so far that we're really excited to play. And for the Arena Multiplatform Gaming News podcast show that we do and record on the weekend, we will go more into descriptions of these games. So anyway, let me just read some of the titles for you. So anyway, this is from VentureBeat.com. So Xbox revealed the first group of games coming to Xbox Game Pass in February. It will add the 8 new titles in batches on February 3rd, 10th, and 14th. The list includes new titles Crossfire X and Edge of Eternity, both of which are day one Game Pass releases. The first batch of releases rolls out on February 3rd are Contrast, which that's interesting, Burley, because that was a launch game for PS4.
Was that really?
Yes.
That I did not know.
Yes, it was a launch title basically for PS4. Yeah, back in 2020, late 2013. Yeah, Nani. Dreamscaper and Telling Lies. Contrast is a puzzle platformer set in the 20s. Dreamscaper is a roguelite where players transition between walking and dreaming states. Telling Lies is an adventure game about finding lies within a video database. And the second group to be released February 10th include the aforementioned Crossfire X, Edge of Eternity. Crossfire X is, of course, a first-person shooter with both multiplayer and single-player components, and it will be available on Game Pass. So Edge of Eternity is also a turn-based JRPG that originally launched on PC in 2021 after 3 years of early access. So, those are some of the games. And the last Kids on Earth and Staff of Doom, Roguelike Skull, The Hero Slayer, and physics game Besieged will also be coming. And games added on Valentine's Day on February 14th include Ark, Ultimate Survivor Edition, and adventure platformer Infernax. The latter is also a day one Game Pass release. So anyway, Burley, which games cater to you the most here for the month of February?
Edge of Eternity is one, because this is a game I've had on my Steam wish list and waiting for, like, they've had price drops, but not enough of a price drop where I've got to go, oh, I have to buy this now. But this is nice that I can just, because I am a Game Pass subscriber, I can play this either on my PC or my Series S. So I can just try that, play it out.
Right.
Telling Lies, I actually might try that because I can just imagine doing this on stream. Just the reaction with me, chat, and see that and be like, what do we think? Is this person lying? Let's question them harder. You know what I mean? Just Ark, I'm kind of surprised. They're like, for the Valentine's Day, Ark. Right. Because nothing says anything about a relationship like.
I would have thought it would have been Contrast, actually. Contrast would have been the Valentine's Day game. But
or Portal 2.
Yeah.
If you remember the original marketing for Portal 2, because it came out around Valentine's Day, I think it did.
Yeah.
It's a whole co-op feature that, like, couples that play together stay together.
I think for me, Burley, of course I'm into the shooter genre as well. So Crossfire X, and actually you can pre-download it now if you have Game Pass. So that's what they're saying. So Crossfire X, and then of course, Edge of Eternity. I want to play that. So I'm excited for that. That's a day one Game Pass drop. So I'm looking forward to that. Contrast. It was a good game. I liked playing it, but I mean, it's on my PlayStation already, so I probably won't be downloading it on Xbox for the Game Pass. I still have it on my hard drive from my PS4. So Ark. I've heard that game has a massive install size, so I don't know if I really want to get into that right away. But it's like about 100 gigabytes.
Oh yeah, I've heard it is quite huge, and it's like Do I want to get into that today? Ugh.
Yeah, and Telling Lies looks interesting. I might try that out as well. But I think the two games that I'll be trying first are Crossfire X and Edge of Eternity. So yeah, so those are the games for February. So we'll be talking about these a lot more on the next episode of the Arena Multiplatform Gaming News Podcast, which we will be recording this coming Saturday. Yeah. And to end the show today, to end the morning show, I'm going to show you our topic of the show and our thumbnail for the topic of the show for the next episode of the Arena Multiplatform Gaming News Podcast. So let me go ahead and bring that up to you now. So, yeah. So, episode 72 of the Arena Multiplatform Gaming News Podcast will be discussing the acquisition war that has ensued between Microsoft and Sony. Of course, Microsoft, we've talked about this already, about the Activision Blizzard acquisition, and now the Federal Trade Commission is going to be taking over, when it comes to the process of finalizing this deal, which is quite interesting. So, and then, of course, PlayStation just a couple of days ago purchasing Bungie. So, I mean, we're going to talk about like what is next. I mean, where is this going to go? And we're going to discuss how the console wars are basically dead now. It's all about content wars, and these acquisition wars will set up the content wars and who is going to have the best subscription services. So we'll be talking about that. And if you have any questions related to that, please throw them our way on Twitter or, on our podcast website. Or if you're a Discord member, you could throw us questions or any kind of comments you have relating to this. And we will read your comments on the show and give you a shout out. So, and as well as on our Patreon for patrons. So what do you think, Burley? Yeah, acquisition war.
Yeah, no, I've got some ideas. One has been said for a while, but the rest of them, you're gonna have to wait till we record the episode and it goes out before
That's right.
I say.
That's right. As well as me and as well as our other co-host, Turn-Based Carl. Yeah. I mean, we will be giving our opinions on all of this during the episode that we record on Saturday, which will go up to Patreon in early access and ad-free for the first day, and then it will go to our YouTube channel, The Arena Productions, and to free podcast services after that. So, looking forward to talking about that and everything.
Welcome back, Z.
Yep.
Now, no, this is going to be an interesting episode to see what goes on. And see what everyone thinks, and see if there's any news that drops over the next couple of days of hints of who's going to buy who.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
You
went dead quiet on me, so I was like, I'll just keep talking.
Yeah, it's like our connection, was...
It's showing me as a 10 out of 10. It's showing you as fine as well, so it may just be a little bug in Restream.
Yeah, something going on. But anyway, yeah, so, we're back. So, I mean... we're looking forward to recording the next episode 72 of the Arena Multiplatform Gaming News Podcast for you this coming weekend, and we'll be talking about the acquisition wars and everything. So, yeah. So, what about the chat there, Burley? Z was saying I was unblocking the sink. Ooh. Okay.
Fun.
Yeah. And P says, hope that went well. So, commenting back to Z. So,
yeah.
All right, so I think that's going to do it for us for this episode of the morning show. This has been episode 23 of the Arena, a multi-platform gaming news podcast morning show. I want to thank, Welshikita for coming out. Thank you so much. And Z, thank you so much again. And to Peaceful Warrior 3, thank you so much for coming in and being part of the show again today. So, and for all of you out there that are watching in video on demand, whether it's on YouTube or Twitch or on Twitter or wherever you get our videos, thank you so much, and we appreciate your support. And throw us some comments about the next episode. We'd love to hear from you. So,
and we do read our comments. And thank you, P saying to us, have a spectacular day, guys, and Z saying have a great day, guys.
Yeah, you too, guys. We're looking forward to bringing that to you. And of course, we'll be back tomorrow for our Thursday edition of the morning show. So, and we'll probably be talking about the state of play that's coming up later today. So, we'll be probably talking about that a lot tomorrow. So, Burley, it's time to head out. So, we want to wish all of you a great morning and a great day. So, take care, and we hope to catch you again tomorrow morning. So, take care, everyone. Hey, peace out. Hey, Burley, kill the feed.
Time to get my shining moment. Here's Johnny.